We were in Italy for the canonization of Brother Andre, and walking up and down the streets, and there was a lot of hilly places, and I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I was having a hard time. But nothing alarming. It wasn't really pain, it was more like a little pressure, I thought indigestion. And when we got home, I went to see Dr. Racine, and he said, well, let's go to a cardiologist. So they made an appointment for me with Eric Gauthier, and I went to see him. We went over there, and very nice, very nice. Explained everything completely. He gave us a video, the whole thing. Said, you got to have this test and this test, and found 3 blockages, like 99% one and 90-something the other, and the other one was probably close to that. And I left there after the surgery, and they said, you know, you have to be on this medication for 3 months, and then you're going to go to rehab, and it's right here at the hospital. So I started rehab, and I loved it. They were so good. And we had such a good time. You know, you meet a lot of wonderful people there, and especially Shirley. She makes sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. And I got to see the dietitian and, you know, help on eating.
And we went to the Disney World, and she started feeling a little ill, so we decided to get a wheelchair for her.
My arthritis, yeah.
So I was pushing a wheelchair up it's kind of a steep hill to get up to Fantasia. We see that night show. And I started getting this pain in my jaw. So I said, that's kind of funny. I never had that type of pain before. And
I got out of the wheelchair.
So
More pushing.
When we left there, we went back to our hotels, and said, I'm going to try the treadmill and see if, you know, if there's something wrong, or I'll try elevating it. So anyway, I got on the treadmill, and we start going, and slow, it was okay. And then when I start speeding it up and start bringing it level, I start getting the pain again. I said, well, that's it, we'll stop. Better go see a doctor when we get back home. So when I got home, we went and seen Dr. Racine, because he's our primary. And he says, well, let's really check into this, because your wife just got done getting 3 stents. So I knew Dr. Guerin. He was from Moores, so at that time I was living in Moores Fork. So we went and seen Dr. Guerin, and he says, well, let's do an explore. So he went up in there, and of course he found 2 blockages, and he did the stents right away. We got to rehab, and I met Shirley and Pam there, and I recommend that rehab. That's did the trick, because it's
Yes.
It's a program. You're scheduled to do it. We continue on, and now we do walks on the street, or we go walk the mall, or those type of things. Mostly walking.
When we went to Italy, and that's when I first found I was having trouble breathing and everything, we like to travel. And I said, oh no, am I going to be sick and I can't, you know, go places and do things? Well, after that, we realized after all the therapy and everything, as long as we keep ourselves, what we learned, and shop accordingly and move around accordingly and stay busy, that, you know, we will live a lot longer, you know. And we've been married 52 years. So we want to go traveling some more. And so we are making plans to do some more traveling. We go with friends, so yeah.
While we're proud of our quality of care, we know it's more about quality of life. The CVPH Heart Center.